And he's back. One of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Kentucky's all-time passing leader, all-time touchdown leader, and QB rushing yards leader, as well as NCAA record for throwing touchdowns in a season and a career. Chase Wilson was one of the best quarterbacks in collegiate history, and he did it all with the Kentucky Wildcats. See, Wilson won an SEC championship, a national championship, and 2 Heismans in his career in the NCAA. So you may be wondering, what happened to Wilson, and where is he? Well, you see, that answer is coming. You see, Wilson gets drafted number 1 overall by the Jets after having one of the best collegiate careers ever to be played. He gets drafted number 1 overall, and the expectations are brutally high. But the game is much faster and much more difficult in the NFL, especially with a team that does not have an offensive line. We've seen that over and over again from some of these quarterbacks. But this time, week 14 against the Indianapolis Colts, Wilson drops back and gets tackled hard, and something just doesn't feel right. See, he's worn knee brace his entire career, even in high school. This time, his knee is not able to withstand the hit. He's taken hits all season, and his knee is not okay now. He went to the doctor, and they told him he may never walk again. This is devastating for a player among Wilson's caliber and the amount of achievements he's accomplished. The world wanted to see how his NFL career went. But his playing career is over. What is next? See, Kentucky reached out, being one of where Wilson got his career and his name. They need his presence back in Lexington, Kentucky. Among Wilson's success, others got successful. Coaches, coordinators, GAs, everybody on the staff has gotten successful and made a name for themselves. Wilson wasn't the only one. A lot of the coordinators and GAs and coaches left. But you see, Stoops, the head coach, needs an OC. And what better to bring Wilson back to his alma mater? A lot of people were not willing to go with this, as Wilson was not a coach, and he has not been a coach. But the Kentucky faithful, being faithful to Wilson and what he's done for the program, being one of the best college football minds, they decided to take a chance on him. Will Wilson hold up and be the best coordinator and eventually a head coach? Wilson accepts the job and gets right to work. As we look at our depth chart, we see the quarterbacks that are replacing Wilson, guys that were there when Wilson was a quarterback. See, this team is very familiar to him, as some of these guys are still here. He was only in the NFL for 1 year before having to retire. So a lot of these guys are his friends. He knows this roster in and out. Our quarterback here, Will Levis, will be our starter. And we have a lot of team needs that we need to fulfill. As the OC, we have a lot of offensive needs that we need to fix. See, we can't carry this team as a player or a coach. It's up to the players and the coaching staff to determine how good the team is. Upon recruiting, some of the best athletes and players in the country know that Wilson is on the staff, and they want to play for him on the offense. We have a 5-star athlete, one of the best players in the country that has Kentucky on the top of his list. So this is exactly what Stoops wanted to do, was make a splash in recruiting and get a young guy in as his coordinator. This decision is starting to look up. Our schedule this season looks like this. We've got Eastern Carolina, Louisville, North Carolina, Florida, South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi State, Army, Missouri, Vanderbilt, Georgia, and Tennessee. A schedule that we are very, very, very familiar with. And we're going to open it up, week 1, our first collegiate career game as an offensive coordinator against Eastern Carolina. And what is going on, guys? It is CW Gaming, and I'm back with a brand new video, and I hope you guys enjoyed that little intro as we get right into the video. Today's video, you saw the intro into what happened to Chase Wilson, our Road to Glory player. If you have not seen that series, the link will be in the description to the playlist. It was one of my most favorite series to do and play. It was our quarterback that played for Kentucky, and I'm just not feeling Madden this year, so I didn't really want to play a career with him. Maybe when our next Road to Glory series with Max Maxwell, we'll play one. But for now, this is what I've decided to do. An offensive coordinator looking for a head coaching job. So we'll play with the OC of Kentucky for as long as we can until we get a good job. And then we'll turn this into a Dynasty as a head coach. So that's kind of what the series is looking like. I hope you guys have stuck around for this explanation. As we take the end with Bo Allen, our backup quarterback, with a touchdown in our first drive with the Kentucky Wildcats as a coordinator. So our starting quarterback, Will Levis, is in the game now after that opening drive. He's going to get pulled out of the pocket, and he gets a first down with a 12-yard rush. So the way this series is going to work, we're going to play about 3 games in every episode, and we're going to just play the offense as the OC. As we get better in our career as a coach, we'll get a head coaching job, and we will turn it into a dynasty, and we will start a dynasty with that team. So please stick around to see which team we end up with. And this throw goes to Harris for 6 yards, and it makes it 3rd and goal. Here's Levis. Handoff to Rodriguez Jr., who we played with, but he cannot get into the end zone. ECU makes a clutch stop. Holds us to a field goal and then scores. So 10-7 is the score. Here's Levis on a screen to Smoke. Cavassier gets into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown reception, and we go up 17-7. So 17-10 here. Rodriguez up the middle for 3 yards. We've got 2 minutes until halftime. We need to put points on the board. We don't want to go down, give any momentum to ECU going into the half. And 3rd and 6 can be a tricky play on the slant. There's Epps, our tight end, for 6 yards and a first down. Keeps the chains moving. And with 51 seconds, 2nd and 15 after a sack. Levis stays in the pocket, gets hit, throws over to Wan'Dale Robinson for 20 yards. 45 seconds remain. And here's Levis, 18 to go, to Alley, who's down for 8 yards, makes it 3rd and 4. "13 seconds to go. Levis into the end zone to Robinson, who scores a touchdown. 9 seconds to go. Robinson's already up to 66 yards and a touchdown. And we're going to go into the half with the lead. But ECU comes back, puts 20 on the board, 20-24. But here's Rodriguez, dives into the end zone and scores a touchdown. So, 7 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. We're trying to put this game away once and for all, and Levis makes a move, goes into the end zone, 20 yards on the read QB option, scores a touchdown, and that is going to do it for this game. Huge offensive explosion for Levis, Rodriguez. All of our guys played phenomenal today, and Mark Stoops is going to pick up his 50th win as a head coach. So Levis' player of the game with 65 yards on the ground and 3 touchdowns. What a game for Levis and our offense as we start off 1-0 on the season, and we have a rivalry game in week number 2 against Louisville. And here is what we're looking at. They got good passing defense and a not so good rushing defense. So we're going to try and exploit that today and run the ball a lot more than we throw it, because they seem to not be able to take the run. So Here we go in our Week 2 rivalry game against Louisville. So here we go. 1st and 10. Pass is complete to Robinson for the 16 yards and a 1st down. Rodriguez is going to pick the ball up now. A couple yards on the ground for 7 yards. We've got a 2nd and 3. And we're going to go back to Rodriguez, who has room on the outside, makes a move, breaks a tackle, but goes down and picks up 7. He rolls over. You can see he's injured right there, and Cavassier Smoke is going to come into the game. So we hope Rodriguez is okay, but Smoke takes a run 7 yards. So we're using that run strategy to our advantage right now. Levis, 8 yards on the QB run, and back to Cavassier, who picks up a couple, almost gains the 1st down. So we ran the ball pretty well this opening drive. We knew that we were going to have to run the ball. That's what we're doing. Cavassier up the middle for 11 yards. And we check on Chris Rodriguez, who just had the wind knocked out of him, and will come back. So, on to the next one. There's Levis, 9 yards, almost scores. And we're going to give this one to Rodriguez, who is not going to push this one in. He gets rocked on the 1 yard line, and we're back to 3rd and inches. Here's Rodriguez again, who walks into the end zone this time. Only took 2 tries, and we're up 7-0. So here's Levis on the play action. He's got a man, that's Robinson, who pushes a defender off of him. Can he make the end zone? He does. What a touchdown. 76 yards on the first throw and catch from Levis to Robinson today. And we're up 14-0. So a quick offensive explosion start for us. Rodriguez is going to pick up 6 here. And we're up 14-0 in the first quarter. So we're looking good so far. We ran the ball so much that one throw confused them a little bit. But not for long. There's Levis. Steps up in the pocket, fumbles the ball, and we're going to have our first turnover of the game. So Louisville's defense comes up clutch, but their offense cannot. Doesn't score again. We get the ball back. No harm done. And less than a minute to go in the first quarter. We're up 14-0 still. Levis is going to roll out. Nobody is open. He dives for the 1st down and gets it. There's a 9-yard rush. It's another option. Ball goes to Rodriguez, who cuts up the middle, stiff arms, but gets down for 8 yards. I'm going to go back to him. Rodriguez is a workhorse today. He knew he was going to get the ball. Couldn't pick up the 1st down. And it's going to be 3rd and inches. But that's going to do it for this first quarter. As we're up 14-0 in an offensive explosion so far. And here's Rodriguez. Just needs to pick up the 1st, and he does. It's 1st and 10. So Levis back with the ball. He's got a big gain. Hole opens. He can't get any more, though, and he's going to go down for 29. So Levis is doing it with his legs today. We knew we were going to have to run the ball, and that's what we're doing. Because of this right here. Their passing defense is pretty good. They knocked that ball away from Alley, and Rodriguez is going to get the ball back with a nice spin, and he's going to get 8 for 3rd and 2. So we're going to keep with a run game today, and this is Cavassier Smoke up the middle for 9 yards and a 1st down. So we're knocking on the door again. 9 minutes to go. Here's Levis, backed up, and he has to throw his ball away. Nobody was open. He had to throw it away. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. So here's Levis. He drops back. He sees his man, Wandale Robinson, in the end zone for 12 yards. Nice throw and catch. Only 2 throws completed for Will Levis today, and 2 of them are touchdowns. So they're going to go ahead and review this play, this catch, to see if Wan'Dale was in the end zone. It looks to me that he got his foot down before stepping out with the other one. This call is huge for a touchdown. And the play stands. So Wan'Dale Robinson gets his touchdown catch today, and we're up 21-7 in the second quarter. Defense comes heavy for Levis. He rolls out and gets tackled for 7 yards, and there's 3 minutes to go before half. So here's Rodriguez, picks up the first down. We've got a combined 186 rushing yards today, which is pretty good so far in the first half. Here's Smoke on the counter. He's going to gain 10 in the first down, and we're knocking on the door again. Our favorite play today, Levis on the QB read option, and he keeps it for 5 yards and the rushing touchdown. So it's 28-7 right before half. We might be able to put this game away if we can score. Levis on the deep throw throws it out of bounds. Nobody was open. So with 1:43, Levis steps back. Pressure's coming, and he throws one into coverage, and Cole almost intercepts that ball. So 3rd and 10. We throw a curl route, and it's intercepted by Perry. Another turnover. This time, Benjamin Perry picks the ball off, and they make it 28-10 right before half. Levis deep to Epps, our tight end, who goes down for 21 yards. We got 35 seconds to go. Levis again. Throws this one deep to Epps once again, same play, and Epps gets down for a big gain. And we're in field goal range again. So here is a run with Rodriguez, who picks up 10. We knew that they were playing pass, so we go with the run. We're trying to find a play here. We can't really find one that we like, but we're going to do with a slant. Nobody's open, and Levis steps up and gets sacked for 5 yards. So 20 seconds to go. We're trying to find someone in the end zone, and nobody is open, and Levis goes down. So 3rd and 15. We're going to try a screen. Maybe this will throw them off. They're playing deep. They were playing deep, and Rodriguez can't pick up 15. He only gets 7, and we're going to have to settle for a field goal to end the half. So after our field goal to end the half, we open up the second half, up 31-10, and we're knocking on the door again. Here's Rodriguez. Picks up 6 and the first down, and it is 1st and goal for Levis in the offense. Levis finds Harris, that is DeMarcus Harris, for a 9-yard touchdown. And Levis has 3 touchdown passes here today, and we're going to go up 38-24. Levis on the run, stiff arms, doesn't make it. Only gets 2 yards, and is 2nd and 8 with another option. Here's Levis is going to hand this to his first option. That's Cavassier, who gets down, and it's going to make it 3rd and 6. So we have to make an audible here, and that's to Alley, who goes down for a 4th and 1. And we're going to try and go for it on 4th down, and that's Cavassier, who powers his way over the first down marker. Going to give us the first down. And we're playing the clock right now. Here's Rodriguez on another run for 14 yards. So with 4.5 minutes to go, here is a double option that almost was bad, but it did not go bad for us right there. Luckily, we get Chris Rodriguez to come back and get us 14, and we're going to go with a little screen here. So Robinson doesn't go for much, only 2 yards. But we're still playing the clock. We're wasting as much time as we can. And it's looking like we're going to get the W here today the more as the time rolls on. So Rodriguez gets down for 10 more yards. And we have 2 minutes to go. Here's Rodriguez again, who's going to get tackled with no gain. And Louisville's going to start to take their timeouts here. So the 2 timeouts remaining for Louisville. Rodriguez needs to get up the field on this one. And they're going to take their second one with 6 yards on the gain. So 3rd and 4. We're going to call another run, make them call another timeout, but Rodriguez gets the first down, and that's a new set of downs for us. 1st and 10 with 2 minutes to go. Levis is going to throw the ball. He's going to gain a first down to Tay Crumbs. That's a new name that I haven't heard before. And it is 1st and goal, and we're going for the touchdown. And we're going to get it with Wan'Dale Robinson. A 1-yard touchdown throw on the slant with 1:39 to go. It's pretty much going to end it. As we take this game, we take a rivalry game, and as a player, we won this game a lot, and we have a lot of trophies for this game. But this is our first as the offensive coordinator. Will Levis showed out today with 5 total touchdowns. He is proven to be one of our best players on offense and one of the best players in the league. And with that said, we have a chance to test that next week against North Carolina, the number 7th ranked team in the country. So I hope you guys will watch that next week, or I'll have that out in a couple days here. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll see you guys in the next one.